TJ from riderswholesale.com, and today I've got our Linhai700Trailboss here, and I'm going to go over all the features of this ATV and show you around it a little bit. If you're going to do some serious riding, this is going to be the ATV for you. It's built real rugged for all the rugged terrain and heavy duty trails, or if you're going to work with it, anything you want to do, you're going to be able to do. The first thing that I've seen that I liked about this ATV versus any other one out there on the market is it's basically got steel railing all the way around it. And a lot of times people call me and they want body parts and stuff like that. If you rub up against something or anything like that, you're not going to break no body parts. It's just going to rub up against this rail here. In the front of this ATV, you've got a heavy duty carrying rack, and you've also got a real steel bumper too. That's a nice feature. You've got your LED lights here built into the body. You got your high beam and low beam lights in the front of the body as well. You've also got your lights up here on the handlebars. This handlebar light actually detaches from the handlebars, and you can use it as a spotlight if you ever need to look around while you're out there in the dark on the trail. And it clips back in the front just like that. Okay, the front suspension of this ATV is a dual A-arm suspension. You can see you got a big axle in there too. We don't have no axle problems on any of these ATVs we sell. You got disc brakes in the front as well. There's lots of travel too, so it really moves on the rough terrain. You've got an oil cooler right here in front of the grill, and it's also a water cooled unit. You got a real thick, big radiator there. It keeps it nice and cool. Got a nice big brush guard underneath too. Keep everything protected underneath your ATV. Now I'm gonna move over here onto the side of it. You got a 12-volt plug right here. If you want to take anything out on the trail that's electrical, you can charge it right there. Then you can see you got your metal brush guard that's around your feet here to keep your feet nice and safe. This engine is a CVT belt drive clutch type engine. That's mostly like all the major name brands. Up here on your handlebars on the left hand side, this is your kill switch. It's got to be in that center position right there for the unit to crank up and run. That's your starter button right there to start the unit. You've got an override button, and that's if you put it in reverse. It's got a rev limiter. The rev limiter will kick in. If you want to give it full power, you just hold that button in, give it gas, and you'll give it full power. Then you got a light switch right here. That's in the off position. Then you got your lights right there, high beam and low beam. You got your brakes up here. To lock them, all you do is push that forward to unlock them. You just pull that there. This unit comes with a digital dash as well. It shows over here on this right hand side your fuel gauge. As you can see, there's 2 bars of fuel in it, and it shows your reserve that's left. Your mile per hour. Up here at the very top, you've got your heat light if it comes on right there. Your RPMs. You've got your miles that's on the unit. If you hit that button right there, it's in kilometers. If you hit that there, it goes to the hours. It shows you the hours that's on the unit. And right now, the shifter is in the park position. Your shifter's over here on the right. I'm gonna get to that in a second. You've got your neutral light here, your high beam light here, your reverse light here, and that's your motor light there. To crank the unit, you just simply turn the key switch on like I got it here, pull your brake in, hit your start button. You can see it fires right up. It's real easy to crank. You've also got this large seat here. This is a 2-passenger ATV. They've got a backrest back here for the second passenger for them real long rides. That makes it real nice for somebody that wants to ride double out there on the trail. And you've got the footrest here for the passenger too as well, that are raised up to make your passenger, you know, real comfortable out there as well. Over here on the left side of our machine in our fender, this is where you put gas in it. That's another important thing about this ATV. It's kind of neat. It's not up here in the center like most of them are. As you know, if you've ever had an ATV, whenever you go to fuel it, a lot of times you spill fuel and it gets all over the seat and things of that nature. It makes it real nasty to ride. It's real easy to put fuel in over here on the side, and it holds a lot of fuel too, and you get to ride a long time out there on the trail. Over here on the right hand side of our handlebar, this is your throttle here to give it gas. All you do is simply shift this into gear to go either forward or backwards. This is your gear shifter too. Right here it's in the park right now. Then you shift it down to go in the reverse. Right there is your neutral. If you want to put it in neutral, if you want to park it on a hill or something like that, you can also put it in park. That's another nice feature. And then you got a high range and a low range whenever you're going forward as well. Then you've got a two-wheel drive and a four-wheel drive button here. And then you got your differential lock button right there to lock everything in if you want to lock it in while you're out there on the trail. Now I'm going to move on back here to the back. You've got a large size steel rack back here on the back. Really can't carry a whole lot, but you can still strap something down there on the back. You also got a built-in glove compartment right here if you want to carry a little something with you. It folds open. As you can see, we got our manuals and toolkit and things in there. You can get a little something in there and take with you. And then down here we got our hitch plate. If you want to bolt on a ball, you can bolt your hitch plate right there. You're going to be able to pull a lot with this ATV. And then in the rear, you've got your heavy-duty rear independent suspension with your coilover shocks. They're adjustable. You can set them in, different settings for whatever you're going to be pulling. You've got your disc brakes in the rear. You've also got an anti-roll sway bar on the back, which makes it ride really well while you're out there riding. And that's pretty much it right there. Remember, you've seen it here first at riderswholesale.com. We get you where you want to go.